And while Dr. Mario may not be of the same ilk as Ken, this is still a character that can make one hit, make a lot of damage, or a kill happen.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of people recently saying like, "Oh my goodness, like check out my Dr. Mario. My Pocket Doc is amazing." But seriously, people who actually play Dr. Mario are like a whole different level. This character can actually be terrifying sometimes.
Character's a bit on the dangerous end.
Yeah, seriously. And the kill confirms that Dr. Mario has, the confirms off of kill, the down throw confirms, crazy stuff.
Like, Mega Vitamin as a projectile is not the same as we would see from the likes of Blaster or even just traditional projectiles, because it holds a lot more value as like a hit confirm. Using it close in and then Doc's finding like back air or up B or even Tornado, it's very interesting as a move because it's slow but very potent.
Yeah, for sure. And we're seeing it just come out here. We got like the pill into the up B, just about killing enhanced PV there. But seriously, that pill is dangerous. It'll, even if the bounce, it's so annoying. And it's like, it must be heat seeking or something.
And the Doc gets the lead, and with almost no damage built up either, JaZaR taking a really solid lead here. You know, the stage choice, actually, I feel like this could benefit more tomorrow because of how Mario is maneuvering around the plats so fluidly. It makes Mega Vitamin just that much more threatening.
Yeah, for sure. Both of these characters have some really interesting movement, and some movement that they can really get easily with the projectiles as well. And we just see JaZaR taking a stock off of Enhanced PV, who barely even got any damage on JaZaR here. So
It's the patient play with the Nairs that I like from Enhanced PV, but finding something more from just the Nairs. Like, you see an opponent that's going to be in the air very often. Wolf's up air is really good, not just for anti-airing, but getting strings of up air itself along. On top of that, like, just waiting for Doc to land gives you a lot of opportunity to find something started with like, dash attack or even landing Nair of your own.
yeah, for sure. You really don't want to let either of these characters get in. I mean, Dr. Mario, especially since you don't see him as well, a lot of people, or see him as often, a lot of people may not just have that experience, but yeah, JaZaR is just like, he's just not dying. He just doesn't want to.
Yeah, no, there's a really good maintenance of resources off stage. Unfortunately, the
Oh,
same cannot be said for Enhanced PV. Falls to Doom and gives game one to JaZaR.
yeah, seriously. I mean, he really wasn't giving Enhanced PV any room to make that comeback at all. He was really just playing advantage so well. And with a character like Dr. Mario, all you need is like one stray hit into something like super duper strong for no reason. And that's a stop, you know?
If we end up seeing the repeat performance of an opponent who wants to play at the ledge, I feel like Enhanced PV needs to be very mindful of that because Wolf not having anywhere to retreat is proving to be a very heavy detriment in how Enhanced PV wants to approach the character, and in fact is forcing a character swap. We're seeing the Cloud come out now.
Yeah, and I think Enhanced PV is most known for his cloud. So he's definitely going to have kind of like a couple of things up his sleeve for this game here. I mean, Cloud is super duper good against a lot of these stubbier characters because like the incredible range that he has with that sword. Additionally, he's got the blade beam, which is nice for kind of like zoning. So I'm definitely gonna hope that there's a bit of a difference from the first game, which I'm sure Enhanced PV is also hoping for.
Yeah, that interaction right there, I feel, is going to be that great equalizer. Having the up B out of shield is going to be huge for peeling away a lot of pressure, especially as Dr. Mario doesn't have any especially safe shield pressure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, JaZaR, I mean, he seems like he's taking it in stride. You know, Dr. Mario Man, they've played just about every bad matchup there is, so he's really not phased by this at all, and you can see him still getting this lead and just reading that air dodge with the back air. 57%, nothing on this man right now.
You know, as Doc is not especially swift, both on the ground and in the air, that patience becomes vital to having some sort of presence, especially in the air. So waiting out that air dodge is just super good from JaZaR. And we're seeing that carry on into the second stock, just waiting for Enhanced PV to swing and then punishing accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, how hard is it to keep your patience like that, though? When you have clouds swinging in your face, I mean, I could not imagine the composure that someone who plays Dr. Mario must have for this game.
Yeah, this Doc is all chill right now. Like,
Yeah.
just constantly moving forward, swinging alongside the Buster Sword. Like, not a care in the world. But that time, not able to come back from swinging below the tornado, just not enough. All right.
Yeah, you've got to care a little bit to make it back onto the stage, or else I don't know how much games you're going to be winning.
Oh, that was not a safe landing on that platform. Can't be doing that against the likes of Doc.
Yeah, for sure. Enhanced PV still kind of looking very similar to that first game, so you're going to have to make some quick adaptations if you want to take this game, or even just take the shot for the set.
This Doc right now is dancing on this cloud, regardless of the SD. That's still a lot of damage built up onto last stock. Enhanced PV got to do something with the limit while they have it.
Yeah, I mean, how much work has Limit really done for him in this matchup? I mean, even if he's got such a threatening kill move like that, it doesn't really matter if you're not hitting it that much.
That's with a lack of jump and Cloud in the way. Uppy definitely not reaching the ledge. And while Enhanced PV looking a little battered and bruised, it is a tight stock situation, so there's a bit of hope here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if he can just get an edge guard, just like a cheesy edge guard, that would be like perfect for him. But still, Enhanced PV can get a straight hit. Nice dare there from Enhanced PV.
Oh, but the blade beam going in the wrong direction. That's going to spell disaster as JaZaR finds the hit to get the win in game 2.
Oh, you hate to see it go out like that. But, you know, there's still another game yet to be played, and hopefully a couple more if you're Enhanced PV. So hopefully he's able to make those adaptations. And, it was certainly looking a lot better for him when he switched to Cloud. And I think a lot of people would agree with that character swap.
Yeah, no, the Cloud definitely looking like the better character to have here, and I think being just a little bit less predictable with the buttons will go a long way with Enhanced PV because so many of those important hits for JaZaR came out from just waiting around or in the air alongside Cloud.
Mm-hmm. Well, going into game 3 here, taking it back to PS2. I mean, is everyone just going to play on PS2 today? Come on, guys, switch it up a little bit.
You know, the stage is good, but it's only as good as you make it. And I feel like, unfortunately for Enhanced PV, it really has been that case because this is a character that Cloud does not struggle with controlling airspace.
Yeah.
With massive aerials, really solid movement both on the ground and in the air, and finding a lot of like air-to-ground combos, getting the damage and finding the kill should be a breeze for Enhanced PV, but struggling to play in that airspace, especially along the platforms, is making the consistent run back to PS2 seem like more of a desperation choice than a logical one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's looking a little bit better right now for Enhanced PV. I mean, he has Limit online. Oh, just losing that now. I was really hoping that he might be able to take the stock with that, so it would be looking a little bit more in his favor. But JaZaR is definitely running with the percent that he has on Enhanced PV right now. So Enhanced PV is really going to have to pull something out of the bag if he wants to make this his game, and it looks like it's exactly what he needed, that up smash. Perfect timing for him too.
Yeah, and it's a great anti-air option. Not only does it hit extremely hard, it's very quick and decently safe on shield. So it's one of those moves at those high pressure situations you can afford to, put it out a couple of times, especially if you're going to be putting yourself beneath the platforms.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Alright, and I like the spacing on that back air there. No tech chase though. Enhanced PV just kind of opting to keep center stage. There's no reason to really commit too hard to anything unless you really have the read or you really have the punish there, just like you said with that F smash. JaZaR just barely making it back with an up B. Man, he's really wanting this kill now. You see him crumbling a little bit now that he's not in the lead, now that he's the one who has to find the kills. He's kind of just getting really antsy right now, and Enhanced PV is definitely using that to his advantage.
Yeah, Doc doesn't have that much by the way of reliable ways of getting in. Like, we're seeing the Mega Vitamin go in, and it's fine. It does find the hits, but it's not giving that magic hit into the up B that JaZaR desperately needs. I think Enhanced PV has been DIing it really well and taking full advantage of the Dr. Mario approaching it because we're seeing the 3-1 lead and no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, for sure. This is exactly what Enhanced TV needed going into this game 3. I mean, if he can win this game, it'll be really nice for game 5 too, because then he'll have his first pick.
It's all a matter of making the Cloud work, and the Cloud is doing wonders right now. But that should be a back throw from center stage. Good DI keeping Enhanced PV in, but not for too long.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly close enough to the ledge there. Magnet Hands doing him no favors.
It was a good attempt, though.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
And he made that stock last to 188. That's not something to sleep on, especially if you're JaZaR, who's gotten to this Game 3 situation so easily and is now struggling a ton.
Yeah, I know. He really just can't find any of those openings that he was last game in the early part of this game.
Bit of an offstage scramble, not leading to too much with JaZaR. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen in this game for him. No, excellent spike with the forward air, and Enhanced PV is on the board.
I feel like no matter who you're watching, if they're playing Cloud, in that set you will always eventually get one of those fair spikes because it's just so big.
Yeah, it's brutal. And like even if you're not getting it for the actual spike hitbox, it does so good at pushing opponents out, dealing decent damage, relatively safe on block. Like, that's a good button right there. And it came out at a very important time.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, so JaZaR, we might be seeing a character switch coming out here, but I don't know. He was looking pretty dominant those first 2 games, so I'll have to see for sure. I think the Cloud pick from Enhanced PV was definitely the way to go. It just kind of took him a little while to kind of wake up and figure out how he wanted to play Cloud again.
All right, let's see what we go into for game 4. I'm very curious to see what the stage swap is. I'm anticipating a battlefield or small battlefield switch if we end up seeing it, although those are going to be very dangerous choices of stages to go into, given that now Cloud is on the board.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, both of those characters can make such good use of platforms. So really any stage with platforms on it can be really beneficial to them. So I guess really the only thing I'm thinking is that I couldn't see them going to FD.
FD for Doc could work out really well, although being mindful of how willing Enhanced PV is just to swing for ground control is definitely going to be a bit precarious as well, because while Doc can make a lot happen off of just up airs and Mega Vitamin, like, it's still Cloud we're talking about, and I think the Cloud swap just looked super good in that previous game.
Yeah, and you know, since Cloud has so much more range than Wolf does, it just became a lot more dominant once Enhanced PV was kind of able to wake up a little bit more during this set. So if you're JaZaR right now, you're really not hoping that Enhanced PV woke up too much because you really want to get this dub right now.
Alright, Game 4 is actually going to be bringing us to Town and City, which I feel like is a stage I would have honestly expected the stage to come out if Enhanced PV had the potential to bring us to a stage. But we'll see how it works for Doc. Doc doesn't especially struggle to play off the plats, and the lack of platforms that comes in at the 30-second mark is actually going to be pretty important as well.
Yeah, I think that's nice as well. And another thing too is that since the stage is so wide, it takes a lot more neutral interactions to be thrown off stage. And that's one thing that JaZaR was kind of struggling with. He was struggling a little bit with the ledge trapping since Cloud Sword is just so big. And there was a couple of times where he was unable to get back on the stage with just the up B.
Oh, but the whiff limit cross slash there is a really big miss for Enhanced PV. He only eats a back air for his efforts, but still, that would have been great to get an early lead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes it can be really hard to get like the most optimal punish when you're in the tournament setting. Sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? Just okay, just back here.
Now JaZaR seeing the opportunity in front of him, just trying to put out all the smash attacks. Unfortunately, rushing in recklessly is just getting a lot of damage built up onto him, and now, all things considered, pretty even.
Yeah, and I think really this game is going to come down to who can get this stock first.
Finds the up air. Okay, excellent follow from JaZaR.
Yeah, and JaZaR is looking like he's able to mount a little bit more of an offensive here. He's doing really well right now. So if he's able to keep this up and keep this lead, with some chip damage going, this can definitely turn back into JaZar's favor.
Yeah, and I feel like JaZar's not going to struggle too much to find that extra damage. Ends up meeting a Cloud up smash, so not too much on that stock. But being able to contest the platforms, or at the very least, maybe willing to swing on the platforms, at least proving, fortune favors the bold.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it's back to pretty much even again, but JaZaR has gotten quite a lot of chip damage from that last stock, and he's gotten enhanced PV to 91% now. If he can really just get a strong hit, a pill, a down throw, and into
Hold
up
on.
B could be really scary, or an edge guard.
There
Oh
you
my
go. You
goodness.
got it. You expert and you want it. Dare gets it done. Enhanced PV with the lead now. Got limit. 96 on board, which we've seen that Doc can kill at this percentage, but actually finding the in against Enhanced PV proving to be much more difficult right now.
Oh, I know, and that's one of Cloud's greatest strengths is that he can really just play that like zoning game for how big his sword is and for the blade beam as well. So when you're playing against such a stubby character like one of the Marios, it's really, really hard to get in like that. But he's proving he can do it just fine and going all the way out there to get that edge guard and sending enhanced PV into the blast zone onto his last stop. Both of them sitting at pretty low percent here. Oh, this is scary stuff because if you're enhanced PV, you really need to get this game if you want to bring it to game 5. Otherwise, if you're JaZaR, you have a little bit more leeway, but still, that game 5 situation can really bring in the bracket fatigue.
Definitely. One thing that I'm realizing we're starting to see from JaZaR, very similar, in fact, to how he played in Game 2, just waiting for Enhanced PV to swing and then punish accordingly. And when that's happening in the air, that's a really big deal because catching out Cloud on swinging gives you huge dividends because normally that means catching a jump, and that means curtains for Cloud.
Yeah, and oh, this is looking so scary right now. Enhanced PV, got limit on deck. Oh, amazing air dodge. But it killed him as well. So that is going to be another game for Enhanced PV. Looking a lot different from those first 2 games where he was kind of struggling against the Dr. Mario. But, it is a little bit easier to figure out the characters who are a little bit lower on the tier list. Once you understand how that works, especially if you're a good player and you're able to make those adaptations really quickly mid-set, it can definitely go in your favor, and that is being proven right now by Enhanced PV, who has brought this all the way back to Game 5. If he takes this, it'll definitely reverse 3-0.
Well, certainly. I think right there at the very end of that Game 4, what we saw was just great decision making. Because even if that limit blade beam didn't catch, forcing that air dodge meant that JaZaR was out of a resource to use for recovering. And we've already seen that Doc struggles in that regard. And even though JaZaR was doing just fine with it prior, I think having those disadvantages exploited forced the character switch because now we got a Lucas.
Yeah, and 2 blonde boys just having fun today.
Well, one of them is about to not have fun. We're in Game 5 here, so
I know.
only one of them is advancing forward.
Yeah, for sure. And so we're taking it to Smashville, another character or another stage switch here. Wonderful to not see just PS2 being played on the whole set. I love that.
I think it's a really smart switch too, because even though Cloud can oppress that lone platform really well, being able to take it from Cloud gives you a lot of opportunity to rack up easy damage, and as Lucas potentially find some long strings. His combo game kind of nice.
Oh, I know. And, I've seen Choco Taco playing Lucas as well, and some of the combos that this character has, just like insane. Like I have no clue what he's doing when he does like that Zair stuff. Like what the heck is going on?
Oh yeah, once the Zairs come out, that's when you know like the Lucas knows what's up and the damage about to get big. And
Oh, I
that's
know,
kind of
right?
what JaZaR needs right now. Down at 107, kind of struggling to find an end.
Yeah, and I suppose the character switch may have seemed natural because of being down and everything, but I don't know. I feel like switching from a stubby character to another stubby character against a sword like a swordy like Cloud. I don't know how smart it was to. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in his mind, but still, I don't know if it's the best play against Cloud.
Ooh, forcing the air dodge with the PK freeze I think was really smart, but trying to catch the air dodge in lag with down smash, not so much. There are bits of life there in the decision making though. This Lucas may not be that bad of a pick, although I do agree as far as disjoints go, Rope Snake is not cutting it against the Buster Sword.
Oh yeah, seriously. I mean, another thing too about the character switch is that your opponent doesn't really have as much data on that character as they did the other character, so it can be kind of like a mixed bag. But again, you just really don't know how it's going to go until it's down to the wire.
One thing JaZaR needs to figure out, though, is how to respond to these limit blade beams, just constantly catching them out. And you're playing a character that has two really good responses. Either inhaling them with Psy Magnet and getting a very nice heal off of it, or potentially reflecting it back to enhanced PV with your forward smash. Regardless, there's still some gas left in this game. 2 stocks each, even though JaZaR is looking a little hurting. A lot hurting, never mind.
Yeah, seriously, you heard that scream.
Luca's got to let the crowd know.
I know. Alright, so JaZaR on his tournament stuff now, enhanced PV. Looking to look so much better from those first 2 games. He definitely got those adaptations. JaZaR really gonna have to pull something out of the bag if he wants this to be his set.
Oh, alright. So we saw the Psy Magnet come out almost preemptively knowing that the Limit Blade Beam was to follow, but shot in the wrong direction. That's a bit unfortunate.
Oh yeah, I know, you hate to see that. Right, you don't want to be above Cloud in the air like that. Really scary place to be, especially at like this mid percent where Cloud can really just string like the uppers and the uppers and get some damage going.
Yeah, I think the fact that Enhanced PV has just been chilling beneath the plat this entire time, which is making his uppies out of shield safer, and has a very nice canopy to swing out from under, is just proving that this stage pick may not have been the best of choices.
Yeah, 100%. And now if you're JaZaR, oh, just gonna
right.
say, like, I would be terrified of that right now, and then you don't even be scared by it because you're totally just gonna get hit right in the face with it. So that is gonna be a 3-2 match for Enhanced PV. That was pretty cool. I mean, we saw both the Wolf and the Cloud, but it looks like next up we're gonna have Jake and Raven King.
Ooh, okay.
No.